Mic is on now. Hello, my name is Mac. You're on YouTube Millions. Why are you here? Well, probably because you want to make millions, like me. And why do I want to make millions? Well, obviously because it's good to be rich. Isn't it? I think so. Here's what I think too. We're all going to be losing our jobs to AI. In fact, I already have, and that's why I'm doing this, because now I have the time. I don't have to worry about answering to a corporate boss anymore. Here's the thing. AI is coming for everybody's jobs, and we have to figure out a way to make millions without the corporate workforce, because we're not going to have those jobs. What are we going to do instead? Well, we're going to have to figure out how to be entrepreneurs, how to be thinkers of those that are outside the box. You know, you have to join me in this mind-changing course of events, okay? In order to understand that, though, we got to understand what's going on out there, okay? You can't just say, AI is taking over everything, and I'm going to make $1 million. Well, we actually can right now. Now is the right time. Okay, if you wait too long, everybody else is going to milk it out, and then AI is going to drive us out of jobs, and we're not going to have anything except universal basic income. You know, if you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry. Okay, we're going to find out more from our buddy here, Bernie Sanders. Okay, don't get me wrong. Okay, I don't support a lot of his ideals. It's just CNN loves to interview these guys because, you know, they have good insight, but they also like to talk doom and gloom. He's a crusty mofo, and I think his doom and gloom talk is kind of funny. Let's hear what he has to say.
Bernie Sanders of Vermont. Senator, you are not known for mincing words on any subject, and
Nope.
you certainly haven't minced them about what you call the unprecedented
Crusty
posed by
old man,
AI.
dude.
What are you most specifically fearful of?
Fearful of watching. This is the most consequential technology in the history of humanity. It will transform our country. It will transform the world.
Yes.
And we have not had in Congress, in the media, and I'm glad you're doing.
People are also saying these kinds of things, okay? Well, we had the Industrial Revolution and everyone was crying about the same things back then. This is different, okay? And again, in regards to making money, it's like the Industrial Revolution, all right? This is how it went, right? People were like, progress was like this. Industrial Revolution came about, then progress went like that. Bloop. Totally did, man. And that was how much money people were making back then. That's quite a bit. You know, from this to that, boom, that was a lot. Imagine the AI revolution. Okay, how much money are we going to be making from that? It's going to be nasty. If this was here, industrial, this is the freaking AI revolution, man. It's going to go skyrocket to the moon, all right? And we, as entrepreneurs, have to figure out the best way to strike while the iron is hot, okay? And it's very hot right now.
This show, or among the American people, the kind of discussion that we need. Some examples. First of all, who is pushing this revolution in technology?
True.
It is the richest people in the world.
Yes, 100%. Elon Musk, all those dudes, he's probably going to say it. Let's see what he says.
Musk,
Yeah, there you go.
Bezos.
Peter
Thiel.
Zuck.
Multi-billionaires are pouring hundreds of billions of dollars into implementing and developing this technology. What is their motive? Do you think they're staying up nights worrying about working people?
Nope.
And how this technology will impact those people?
Nope.
They are not. They are doing it to get richer and even more powerful.
Let's just stop right there. They are using AI to get richer and more powerful. Okay? Yes, I know we're late to the game. We're not Musk level or Zuck level or Bezos level. They beat the game. For reals. Drop something. They beat the game. And there's nothing we could do unless my time travel device works, but that's not going to be for a while. That's still in development, okay? There's no way we could time travel, so we got to deal with the cards we have now. We know AI is taking everything. They're going to be able to do everything, so we have to use those tools to make us entrepreneurs rich too, okay? The big dogs are doing it. We need to do it too.
That's issue number one. Who is pushing this technology? What does that mean for all of us?
Yes.
Number two, economically,
economically.
This is what Elon Musk, putting hundreds of billions of dollars into the technology, says, quote, AI and robots will replace all jobs. Working will be optional, end quote.
Working will be optional. What?
Bill Gates, hundreds of billions of dollars into this technology, quote, humans won't be needed for most things.
That's wild, man. And this is why we got to get rich. This is why we got to get rich quick, because AI is going to do everything for us, man. They're going to own the planet, and we're just going to have to be like subservient slaves to it eventually. But who won't be? The people with money, the people that are millionaires, like you and me, on the entrepreneurial path to become millionaires. So stick around, subscribe to the channel, make sure you follow what I do, because you don't want to be that poor sap that's like, oh man, I should have listened to that guy. I should have listened to Mac. That's me, by the way. My name is Mac. Hi. Don't regret it, man. Follow, subscribe. We're going to get there together. Follow me on this journey. I've already I told you, man, I know how to do it. I know the path. I've already monetized multiple channels on YouTube. I'm learning how to monetize on Instagram, TikTok, X, and the other platforms. I'm a YouTube specialist at the moment, but I will become a specialist in the others very quickly. So keep up, okay? Keep up.
Well, I got a simple question. If there are no jobs and humans won't be needed for most things, how do people get an income to feed their families, to get health care, or to pay the rent? There's not been one serious word of discussion in the Congress about that reality.
No.
Issue number 3.
Okay. What are we going to do? If robots are going to do everything for us and working is optional, then, you know, we're going to go back to universal basic income. Everyone makes the same amount of money. There's no advancement there. And for me, like, look, I'm the type of person that wants to advance every year, every chance I can get. Move up, okay? That's for me, because I get a certain amount of gratification from getting better, learning more, you know, bettering myself, and just trying to make the world a better place than I left it, okay? Not like, oh, I want to heal the world and make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. No, dude, I'm just sorry. I went too far with that. I love that song, though. It's a great feel-good song. But guess what, man? This is not a feel-good planet, all right? It's dog eat dog, millionaire eat millionaire. And, you know, if you don't want to get eaten, join the race, man. Let's go right here. Let's see what else this crusty old guy got to say.
Studies out there tell us what we all know to be true. Young people now are spending an enormous amount of time with AI.
Mm-hmm.
There are kids who are now getting most of their emotional support from AI.
Yeah.
If this trend continues, what does it mean over the years when people are not getting their support, their interaction from other human beings, but from a machine?
Okay, imagine that. We already know there's a distinguishable difference between, like, let's say 90s era kids versus, well, 2020 era kids, right? What is that? The Generation X versus Generation Z? Huge difference, right? I'll tell you right now, Gen X are built tougher. Not because they're smarter or whatever. It's just we had to figure stuff out more. Life was harder back then, right? Life is easier now. So people are not as tough. We have to remember that as entrepreneurs, all right? Because the more you understand your clientele, the more you understand your audience, the better you could mind control them into buying your products, all right? That's the deal. That's how you do it. Okay, it's about understanding the people you're working with and ultimately controlling their minds so that they do what you tell them to do. I'm not going to mince words, man. I'm going to tell it like it is. That is the reality, whether you like it or not.
What does that mean to humanity? And maybe last but not least, I did a
We're gonna be a bunch of
symposium,
pussies. That's what it means to
in
humanity.
Georgetown with Jeffrey Hinton, who is considered to be the godfather, Nobel Prize winner of AI. He thinks that AI is soon going to be smarter than human beings.
Yeah.
So the science fiction fear of AI running the world is not quite so outrageous a concept as people may have thought it was.
No, it's not. That is very, very real. It's coming soon. I mean, all of it, man. Skynet, Terminators, all those things, dude, are very real. And if you don't think it's not real, you got to get your ass out of your cave, get some freaking sun, and see the world as a reality it is today. It's scary, okay? And that's why we're trying to become YouTube millionaires, because we don't got a choice. It's a matter of survival at this point, all right? So let me give you some things to take away so that you can start your path to becoming a millionaire. Here's one of the channels I've monetized. It's a smaller gaming channel. All right. This is my Arius Online channel. I'll let you look at all the stats. All right. It's not that big. It's really not. Because one, here's the thing. This was my learning channel. I did a lot of learning on this. And biggest mistake I made with my gaming channel is I picked the worst game ever. I started playing a game called Elder Scrolls Blades, and that game was dying. In fact, it had just launched, and a bunch of the online gamers made videos about how the game sucked because, it didn't have, it had like paywalls and timers and blah, 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 but whatever, right? The company went and fixed all those things and made the game better based on their reviews and stuff. But because of all the bad reviews, nobody wanted to play it. Nobody wanted to try the new fixes and stuff, except a core group of, super fans. And I was a super fan, so I made videos for the other super fans. That was dumb. But I don't regret it. Not at all, because I learned. All right. I just don't want you to waste time learning, things where I could just tell you what works and what doesn't work. All right. So if you're making a gaming channel, the first thing you want to do is play a popular game that everybody knows and plays. Okay. Forget those niche little tiny channels that, I'm going to be a special snowflake. No, man. You got to get out there in front of the most people possible. All right. Use your AI tools. One AI tool that I use, ChatGPT, all the time. You bet your sweet butt, man. I actually pay the $20 a month for advanced ChatGPT. It helps with a lot. And we're going to go through all that stuff, okay? But the first thing in creating your channel, whether it's a gaming channel or not, is, okay, I'm going to be completely clear. All channels, okay? This is how YouTube works now. This is 2025 going into 2026. You're probably watching this in 2026 because, I'm recording this ahead of time. In any case, man, YouTube has changed the game. And I understand how YouTube works because I've monetized multiple channels. This is just one of the small ones. Now, how do we do it? First, start by creating shorts. If you're a brand new channel and you don't have any subscribers, you're making tons and tons of shorts. Shorts are what's going to get you viewers. When you start having viewers, especially ones that come back, okay, those are the ones that will keep your channel growing. You starting to follow? You start a new channel. You put out shorts. Your shorts are appealing to viewers because, viewers are just like that these days, man. I want to say they're dumb, but that's bad. But I don't mince words either. We're YouTube millionaires. We're YouTube entrepreneurs. I'm going to tell you like it is, for real, okay? People these days are dumb. They have short attention spans, and they can't follow complex ideas. So you make these cute little shorts that are just, brain dopamine initiating, stupid 3-second things to keep you entertained. That's what people want. Give them what they want. I know what you're thinking. You're like, God, why are people so stupid? I want to make this intelligent content and I want to appeal to smart people and blah, blah, blah. You can. You just won't make as much money as everybody else. That's all I'm saying. Okay? Trust me on this. So let's get back to shorts. Why are shorts important? It gets the most people. Okay? If you want to become a YouTube millionaire, you got to get out there to the most people. Study other gamers. Who are the biggest gamers, okay? The biggest gamers, this is unfortunate. The biggest gamers, the most popular ones, are the ones who have the most kids. Yes, I said it. They're the ones that have the most kids. Subscribe to them. Why? Because kids are easy to manipulate. That's messed up, dude. But that's the reality. That's what other people are doing, okay? So gear your content towards just blasting the most people possible. Okay, you want to be able to change the minds of the most people possible, and you got to create shorts that do that. Now, I know shorts are going to take up a lot of your time. Here's the thing, all right? I'm going to give you a little hack. Focus on making long-form videos, like what I'm doing now, okay? But you see how, I'm a character that's pretty animated, and I try to make my voice, not so monotone. And hey guys, I think the best way to make money on YouTube is just I gotta be a little different. I gotta have a distinguishing voice, and you do too. Okay, if you're gonna make millions on YouTube, you gotta be a character. You can't be this voiceless channel. That's out. That is not working anymore in 2026. That's gone. Okay. Okay. Well, what if I'm ugly and I can't talk good and I don't know English and well, maybe find something else. What can I say? I don't mince words. Maybe this ain't for you. But hey, if you're a tryhard and you really want to push yourself, there are tools. Okay. I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm just saying it's going to be harder if you're not a person. Now you could use the animatronic type stuff. No, not animatronic. That's not what I'm going. There's filters where I can turn myself into a cartoon character. All right, AI programs that'll do that for you, and you'll move and talk and blink like a cartoon character. Maybe that's one where you just have an avatar. That's what it is. That's one way to do it too. Okay, I know I'm giving you a lot. Let me get to the shorts. Making shorts is actually easy. Start with a long form video. Be completely animated. Talk about a bunch of random different things on your long form video. Be entertaining. Keep people engaged like I'm trying to do right now with my face. People are kind of like kids, right? You stand in front of a strange kid, they start looking at you. And then you make a face at them and they'll laugh at you. They got entertained. It's the same thing for people, man. Just scale it up to adults. Scale it back to kids. Sometimes adults are kids, so they can work both ways, right? Become a character that you could sell. Because ultimately, the bottom line is that you are going to be selling something. It doesn't matter what, okay? You're on YouTube to get popular, to create a platform, get a bunch of followers, and then sell them something. Just like I'm about to do right now. The easiest way to make shorts is through OPUS Clip. What am I talking about? This app right here, man. So easy to use. And I'm about to show you how I'm going to make me a bunch of shorts from a clip, okay? You go to OPUS Clip. These are all long-form videos that I'm going to turn into a bunch of shorts using AI, okay? clip.opus.pro. My link is in the description. That is my affiliate link. You click it, and you actually get this program. I'll make some money. Okay, you're going to be doing this too eventually. Being an affiliate partner for somebody, telling people to click your link to support the channel, and then they go do that and you make a little bit of money. Okay, it's not a lot. Trust me. You're going to need to do multiple affiliate links. Okay, but here's an example of one. All right, I ask you, hey, click my link, my affiliate link below. It'll take you to the site. And when it takes you to the site, you're going to, whatever, right? Sign up for it. And I get a little cut of that. That's how that works. Now, I like Opus Clip. I use it all the time because I don't have time to sit there and make little tiny shorts for everybody. Now, it's very easy. All you got to do is upload a file. Like, for example, my other video, I finally made it to Legend on PC. So I'm going to upload a different video, which I think is this one, Almost a Legend. I'm just going to drag and drop it. So easy. And then it starts uploading. And what it's going to do, AI is going to analyze it. Here, let me just show you. So I'm going to tell AI to compile all the most important moments and make as many viral clips as possible, edit and piece together as needed. It's AI. It's a language modeling tool. It knows how to talk, and you could even speak broken English to it. All right, it'll put it together for you. Now, I have quick presets. You notice that these are a lot of the famous, people. You see how it's showing you the sample style? Look at that. It looks very familiar. A lot of people are already doing this, okay? And they're saving themselves so much time because time is the most important thing. Money, that could be made. Time, we can't get back unless I get my time machine, but you know how that works, okay? So I've already got my default on this. I got the one that I like. The most important part here is that you tell it what you want. And we want shorter shorts, okay? The shorter, the better. You could even come in here and tell it, do not make anything longer than 15 seconds. Okay, because again, people are stupid. They don't want to watch long things. They're going, So your shorts will do better the more of it that gets watched. If you have a 3-second short and it gets watched 100%, that's going to make more money and attract more viewers than, let's say, a 10-second short that's only watched 30%. You see what I'm saying? That 10-second short that was only watched 30% is not going to get recommended because YouTube thinks that people didn't like it. But they watch a whole 3-second short, boom, 100%. You're going to get like 10 million views on that. All right? But again, right now, the focus is not watch time. The focus is to get a bunch of people noticing your channel. Do it with shorts. Do it this way. All right? So I gave it a parameter, and I gave it a selection. The clip length is 30 seconds or lower. You can look at all the other settings yourself. Get clips in one click. Boom. And that's going to start going. Okay? That's going to process through, and you're going to be like, oh, that is cool. Because when it's done, okay, you get things like this, where it breaks it out. This is a long form video that I made for this channel. All right? And I've already uploaded it with Opus Clips. And you can see it's broken it all out for me. Look at that. Beautiful. Isn't it? Beautiful. One thing that I really like about it is that when you go to upload, you could upload to all your platforms at one time. This is probably the easiest, best part about it. Okay? One video uploaded to all the platforms, and you could have it write the description for you. All right? I'm going to say, let's see. I got to give it a tone. This will be a mimic. AI can create a better version of itself. So I have to I'm using OPUS. This is another thing. I'm using OPUS for multiple channels. So I got to tell it, create clips for my YouTube Millions channel that helps people become millionaires. All right. And I'm going to select, like, if you want to do Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, and YouTube all at the same time. You just got to make sure you're posting to the right channel. Okay. I'm just giving you some examples here so you can see what it looks like. Regenerate all. It'll do all of them. Look at this. Even gives you like little hashtags. Gives you the title if it needs a title. Look at that. Boom. Boom. That's the TikTok version. There's the X version. There's the YouTube version. All right. You select the time. You can schedule it for the future. All right. I'm going to, like even months ahead. You give it that. You give it the time that you want it to fire off. Boom. Set it and forget it. That, my friend, is one of the most amazing tools out there. OPUS Clip. Make really engaging long-form videos. Use OPUS Clip to trim it down. My link is below. You're watching Mac, the YouTube millionaire, soon to be. And you're going to watch me get there, and you might get there yourself. Stay rad, my friends. Cheers.